Hello, wonderful people. We have subscribers all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on location, depending on where you are at the moment, depending on what they are doing. I come to you in the mighty name of this early Thursday morning broadcast, being the 8th day of this month of December in the year 2022. If you have not subscribed to this channel or any channel related to Okute Daily Talk, please endeavor to do that as soon as possible. If you have never liked or comment or share any of my contents, I am pleading to you in the mighty name of Chukwuokiabiama, please endeavor to be doing that, because every of our content is a message and a wisdom tracker and a wisdom extractor for anyone out there, even if it's not from you, but someone else there needed that wisdom. That is why we call our message our messages a prophecy. Yes, we are passing prophecy to the people and also a great message for people to listen, abide, and also extract some wisdom from it. So, without not taking much of your time, this is early morning and a quick one at that. We are going straight into the BIAFRANS news of today. So, listen attentively and tighten your seatbelt as we take the headlines as the culture always permits. If Britain can enjoy a democratic process of exiting the European Union through referendum, Biafra deserves same legal right of referendum. IPOB replies Tony Blair. Well, I totally agree with you. But UK, who's supposed to orchestrate the movement of this particular thing? Because if UK would have negotiated or in one way or the other let the United Nations know that it is time for Biafra exit, I think by now it would have been a smooth ride at that. But simply because of what they are getting from our land, simply because of what they are getting, simply because of the crude oil they keep taking from our land on daily basis to maintain and service their economy and also develop their own country. That is why they have refused to keep silent in the inhuman treatment that the Biafrans have been passing through in this mistake of a nation called Nigeria. And we keep on talking, we keep on saying things that warrants them to give a listening ear, even to the extent of giving back to their own citizen, which is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who was illegally abducted or kidnapped in Kenya and returned back to Nigeria. Till date, the UK Parliament have not said anything about it. Neither have the new prince ever commented on it. Does it mean that the blood of the Africans does not matter to them? Does it mean that they still want to colonize this country called Nigeria until we go down to the dust? The country they colonize have been in a civil war for how many decades now? They show no concern other than they keep on drilling our crude oil on daily basis. Who knows how many barrels of crude oil they drill on daily basis since 1960 up to date, or even before then. And that is why they show no concern in the affairs of Nigeria. Even if Nigeria is going down to the dust, it is to their own advantage. Well, without not mentioning words, they will soon receive their own payment in their own coin, as it always be. So please, let us move straight into this news of the day. Tony Blair Foundation joined the League of Sponsored Blackmailers against IPOB. Attention of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has been drawn to the sponsored blackmail from Tony Blair Institute for Global Change against us. It is a pity that a supposed responsible foundation founded by Sir Tony Blair, a former British Prime Minister, will stoop so low to join the League of Sponsored Blackmailers against IPOB in order to discredit the movement in the eyes of the international community. It is malicious for Tony Blair and his compromised foundation to compare IPOB with the world-known terrorist organizers as those posing a threat to Nigeria's 2023 elections. IPOB and ESN has never attacked any INEC infrastructure and has never attacked anyone. Yet, Nigerian government keeps sponsoring media attacks to blackmail IPOB. No member of IPOB have ever been arrested and convicted on any terrorism charges. ESN has formed to tackle Fulani terrorists like Fulani herdsmen menace, which they are doing dutifully in Igbo land. IPOB and ESN has never attacked any INEC facility, nor do we have any plans in the future to carry out such attacks. If the need arises, we can carry out civil disobedience, which may include calling for Biafrans to boycott voting during elections and other civil disobedience strategies. And that is what we are going to do coming 2023. Since Tony Blair and his political foundation have decided to join the league of Nigerian-sponsored blackmailers, we want them to provide answers to the following questions. Listen and listen attentively. You may learn something and also have your own answers to give in these very questions. Tony Blair was the British Prime Minister when the then President of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, bombed and massacred every living being in two communities in Nigeria, Odi and Zakibiam. Tony Blair, what did you say or do about the genocide against Nigerian citizens? Tony Blair, you claim to love Nigeria, but under your watch and up to now, the British government still pretending not to see the high level of corruption and killings ravaging Nigeria, especially since the coming of the current APC government under President Muhammadu Buhari. Sir Blair, what have you said or done about it? They will not say anything simply because they all have been bribed and they keep on increasing the number of quantity of crude oil they drill on daily basis each time they open their mouth or they want to do anything or have any action against the so-called Nigerian. Tony Blair, you claim that you love Nigeria. British government led illegal yet free oil and gas pipeline through the bed of Atlantic Ocean from Biafra land to Britain, yes, which they refer to as Northern Oil. Is that not economic sabotage against Nigeria and particularly the Biafrans? We need you to answer all these questions. Number 4, Tony Blair, you want Nigeria to have credible and peaceful election come 2023, but every 4 years, your British government influences who will be the next president of Nigeria to the detriment of Nigerian voters. If the British government are not responsible for all the problems in Nigeria, why not allow the people of Nigeria to choose who will lead them without your British government interference? Exactly the point. They orchestrated the first coup, or no, not first coup, the first rigging of election in Nigeria over how many decades ago? UK is in the forefront of it. Tony Blair, you claim to love Nigeria. What have you done to boost Nigeria's economy or Nigeria's economic situation and support Nigeria to produce credible leaders that are not British puppets to help their own people instead of work like your slaves? Tony Blair, do you think anybody will be talking about Biafra or agitating for Biafra independence if the British amalgamation experiment called Nigeria is working for all the trapped indigenous ethnicities? Yes, of course. Nobody will agitate for that. Tony Blair, what have you done about the genocide committed by Britain and Nigeria against Biafran people between 1967 to 1970, where over 5 million Biafrans lost their lives? Does it mean Biafran lives doesn't matter to you and doesn't deserve justice? Answer the questions, Sir Tony Blair. We are waiting for answers. Tony Blair, what have you said about the illegal abduction, rendition and detention of British citizens in Nigeria, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is still in DSS dungeon even after the Nigerian Federal High Court, Umuahia and Appeal Court Abuja discharged and acquitted him? Is the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of no value or importance to the British government because he is Biafra and British, or is it because he is a black man? Then we need the answers to all these questions. Tony Blair, you claim to love Nigeria, but what has the British government done to indict the Fulani Miyetti Allah terrorist organization for the genocide they have been committing against Nigerians since 2015 till date? They will not say anything. We wish to remind Tony Blair Institute for Global Change to conduct an independent investigation of all the accusations Nigerian governments have leveled or levied against IPOB, instead of joining forces with the Nigerian oppressive government to malign IPOB movement. We know that Britain and all the political juggernauts have interest in oil and gas from Biafra land, but our primary interest is freedom. With oil or without oil, Biafra still stand. We have not gained anything from the oil, even if there is. It has been in the hands of those ones who call themselves governors in the eastern region. But yet, Biafrans do not care about the oil, whatever the mineral resources that Nigeria have. We can work on our own. We are creative, and we have mental. I mean, we have the brains to make things happen. So with oil or without oil, Biafra can still stand. So you people should do what? To exclude the oil and give us Biafra. We are not interested in your oils. That is what we want. If Biafra can enjoy a democratic process of exiting the European Union through a referendum, equally, Biafra deserves some legal right of a referendum vote to choose to stay on exit or exit Nigeria. What is good for the youth is also good for the gender. That is all Emma Powerful brought to the table to ask Sir Tony Blair. We are waiting for your answers at the comment section. If you know anyone, please kindly drop it. UK has no interest in who becomes Nigeria's next president. Catriona Liang, you lied. A typical liar. United Kingdom UK government has stated that it has no preference for who will become the next president of Nigeria in the 2023 general elections. This was announced by the British High Commission to Nigeria, Catriona Liang, following a closed-door meeting with the National Working Committee of All Progressive Congress in Abuja. Okay, not even with all the whole this thing, not with all the whole what did they call it? All the whole stakeholders or all the whole contestants, but only with the committee, National Working Committee, NEC of All Progressive Congress. You went to a secret meeting in Abuja, and you are telling us you have no interest in who becomes the next president. You people, it is a high time that this country will rise against all these stupid people that have no any moral justification or any contribution to better the land or better the lives of the people. Instead, they keep worsening the situation of Nigeria, because everything they have to do it. They have to sell expired product to Nigerians simply because when they are sick, every of the money that is meant to development of Nigeria or Nigerian hospital will be sent to the UK. Yes, that is where all of them go for medical treatment. Does it mean there's no any other country? Simply because this is agreement they have to sign earlier before they will allow them to become president. You have to patronize us, because that is how their economy grow. You have to go there. If it's something that they're treating 1 naira, they have to charge you 1 million naira, because they are the one that made you the president, and you are telling me you have no interest. Yet you went in a secret meeting with the National Working Committee of APC. I do agree to you. Nonsense. Never do well, people. Leon emphasized that the UK is committed to supporting free and fair elections, and will work with whoever emerges as the presidential candidate. She said the UK doesn't have a preferred candidate. We are committed to free and fair elections, but we will not work with whoever the presidential candidate emerges from the elections. She added, the UK and Nigeria have a very strong partnership, and we want Nigeria to succeed, and the democracy is part of it. She also expressed confidence in Nigeria democracy and President Buhari's commitment to organizing secure elections, saying, we welcome Nigeria's commitment to democracy, and as well the President Buhari's commitment to free and secure elections, according to Never Do Well Commissioner to Nigeria. You people, UK, don't allow the gods of the land to rise against you people. If you decide to rise, you people will not find it funny. This is the last warning. Unless the president votes, P2B will gather in the 2023 elections. Unless the National Vice Chairman Damian Okeke Ogene on Wednesday predicted the votes the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, will gather in 2023. According to Okeke Ogene, Obi will pull over 8% of votes in the forthcoming presidential election. Okeke Ogene noted that endorsement from the Afanifere Middle Belt Leaders Forum, and several other ethnic, social, cultural organizations in the country propelled the predictions. The Ohaneze National Vice President, while speaking at the inauguration of the Anambra State Obidati Presidential Campaign Committee in Awka, said Southeast support for Obi is not for the interests of Ndibo, but that of Nigerians. He said, we don't want to make our support to Peter Obi an Igbo affair, and we are not supporting him because he is an Igbo man. And he is fully in support of the Obi P2B and the Ahmed Dati joint ticket. We are fully in support of it and in and out of it. The Yorubas are supporting Obi stroke Dati ticket. They are even leading in support of the ticket for the national interest. They said it is the payback time for Ndibo for supporting Abiola and Obasanjo. We gave them 90% votes and they are appreciative. We won't. Why won't the Igbo support the movement? According to them. Speaking on the obedient movement, he said Nigerians in 2023 have decided to take back their country and there is no going back on it. He said, God is propelling this movement and not by any human being. I have not experienced it in Nigeria before. We are not working for P2B but for ourselves and the future of this great country called Nigeria. P2B is not looking for anything with two grown-up children. He is not looking for means to train them, but how to restructure Nigeria for the good of all. I urge the campaign committee members to work harder for the realization of these wonderful dreams of Peter, Obi, and Dati Ahmed. So let us continue with our news. It don't happen. The world's most richest famous man, Elon Musk, has been replaced by Bernard Arnault. Elon Musk's place as world's richest man threatened as Bernard Arnault briefly ranked first on the Forbes. Let us see how it happens. Twitter and Tesla owner Elon Musk's position as the richest man in the world was threatened on Wednesday as the chief executive of luxury brand Louis Vuitton's parent company. Bernard Arnault took his place briefly as richest man in the world. Okutelu report that as revealed by Forbes, the sharp drop in the value of his stake due to the recent purchase of Twitter to the tune of $44 billion was a major reason for the brief development. According to Forbes, Arnault and his family briefly took the title as the world richest today, but went back to number 2 on the list with a personal wealth of $185.3 billion. Musk took over the title from founder of Amazon.com, Jeff Bezos, has held the top spot on the Forbes list since September of 2021 with a net worth of $185.7 billion. Musk sold stocks in his electric car company in order to fund the acquisition of the social media company Twitter. Okute News reported that November 9 of 2022 that Musk sold about $4 billion worth of shares in Tesla. It was gathered that the Securities and Exchange Commission filings revealed the move by the Tesla chief, as sales of the shares in the electric car company followed his final acquisition of Twitter for the sum of $44 billion. Available reports disclosed that documents filed with the United States SEC indicated that he had disposed of more than 19 million shares in excess of $3.9 billion. According to AFP, Musk has been pushing for ways to pay for the massive deal, for which he took on billions of dollars in debt and earlier sold $15.5 billion worth of shares in Tesla. He took control of Twitter and fired its top executives in late October after a drawn-out back and forth between the world's richest person and the influential social media company. Despite Musk's net worth dropping below $200 billion earlier on November 8, he still remains number 1 on the Forbes list. Arnold's wealth worth 185.8 on Wednesday when he took Musk's place before returning to the second on the list. The 73-year-old Frenchman is a business magnate whose headquarters is based in Paris, France. That is all you need to know about Elon Musk and Bernard Arnault of France. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, our own mama, named among most powerful women in the world for the 6th time. Congratulations to you, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. International magazine Forbes recently released its world's 100 most powerful women, with Nigeria's former Minister of Finance and current Director General of the World Trade Organization, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, making the list for the 6th time in a row. Ngozi, 68, was named among other 100 very influential and powerful women in the world by the financial magazine. Forbes is an American business magazine owned by the Integrated Well Media Investment and the Forbes family, with particular focus on business, technology, communications, science, politics, and many more others. Forbes wrote that the World Trade Organization head, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, number 91, continue to play a crucial role in providing financial assistance and promoting global trade as the threat of a global recession rises. Reacting, Okonjo-Iweala tweeted that she was excited by the accolades she had received in her career. An honor and a privilege to be part of this list of a very distinguished group of women for the 6th time in my career. Congratulations to my other sisters. Let's continue to show that good governance, good public policy, and a people-centered approach to work matters, she tweeted. Recall that Okonjo-Iweala was recognized by another media platform, Time magazine, as one of the world's most influential people in 2021. That is all you need to know about by our own mama, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Chatham House delegating as an insult to Nigerians, Shagari slams Tinubu. Let's see what you have to say. I hope you are not a PDP member, because PDP and APC is gaining Mmairunabo. A former Minister of Water Resources and member of the Board of Trustees of the People's Democratic Party PDP. I know Makata Shagari has slammed the action of the All Progressive Congress APC candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu during his recent approach at the Chatham House in London, UK. Shagari said the decision of Tinubu not to answer some of the questions directed at him during the media engagement at Chatham House is totally unacceptable. The PDP chieftain and former deputy governor of Sokoto State added that Nigerians want to hear the candidates directly, not from their subordinates. Speaking on Tuesday during an interview on Channels TV Politics Today, Shagari said delegating people to answer questions during the Chatham event, as Tinubu did, is simply an insult to Nigerians. He added that Nigerians should not give their vote to someone who is not ready to answer questions. In his words, Chatham House is not a place where you go with a team. Chatham House is a place that you go and tell the whole world and the people of your country that you intend to do what you intend to do. Chatham House is a place where you are prepared to answer hard questions. Chatham House is not a place where you go with a team of people and when questions are asked, you delegate some people to answer them. You are the candidate. It is you that will answer them, and it is you that the Nigerians will vote, not your team coming 2023. I don't believe in that approach. It's an insult to Nigerians. As far as I am concerned, Tinubu has not said anything. You outsourced the answer from the people you went there with. Nigerians want to hear from their presidential candidates. Nigerians want to hear the solutions you have to insecurity, the economy, and infrastructure, and so many problems that are bedevailing Nigeria in this present day. You don't go to a debate. You don't go to where you are applying for a job and go with your brother, and when questions are asked, you said your brother will answer it. Of course, who will employ you by doing that? Nobody. Not even a child that is born today. So the issue of people coming to social media to defend this very act is the level of incompetence that APC are showcasing. How can you tell me you have never become a president and you are delegating questions to people? That is exactly what will happen tomorrow when your subjects, the people you are ruling, will ask you questions from Asorok. What you will do is you delegate it to either Garoba Shehu or Femi Adesina to tweet to Nigerians, because that is what this present government is doing, and that's exactly what he did During his own time, when they are calling him for public debates, he refused to attend. The reason is he's busy with campaigns. You are not busy when you travel all the way from here to UK to attend whatever you call it, either Chatham House debate or town hall meeting or whatever it is. Yet you couldn't answer questions that the people whom you want to rule their home back. Because all of those people that ask those questions, at least 98% of them are Nigerians and they have families back home. So it is in their right to exercise those questions they ask you and they want you to answer them directly. Instead, you are delegating security question to Nasiru El-Rufai, who have lost almost 85% of communities in Kaduna State to bandits. I wonder why all these our social media, all these our broadcasters, TV presenters, they don't notice this, or they don't note it, or they know it, but they don't want to speak. You are relating a security question. El-Rufai, who came out openly and cried to Nigerian community and also international world that bandits are taking over Kaduna. That is a very, very big shame to Nigerians and APC at large. Said it without no atom of regret. You people have disgraced us both locally and internationally. You run from Nigeria to there thinking that the grass are greener there, that they will not throw controversial questions to you or hard questions to you. Or you think that maybe every organizers of those things will arrange for only APC, because I see even when you make gaps, they are clapping hands. I look at them and say, "Chai, and I don't finish us." Or make us that even intellectuals, they are clapping for when somebody is delegating questions to say, "I have a team and I am a team as somebody." This man called Ajiboye, who went on Channel TV to Arise TV to talk all manner of nonsense. I wonder where this man dignity is. I wonder if this man ever have children to support such an evil act. That is barbaric. Nobody, no country will accept that. Just telling me, just like Joe Biden went to campaign for people. Okay, let's say you went for campaign now, whereby you are the one that need to tell the people, this is what I will do. Voting for me is a guarantee to end insecurity. You have to tell the people. And the people will ask you, how are you going to do it? Okay, instead of you to tell them, look at my plan on the ground. After reading script, and it's based on saying, Tinubu give a speech for 28 minutes. He read a script speech for 28 minutes. That does not mean he cannot answer questions being thrown to him. So let us be mindful of how we defend evil. It is unacceptable in this coming 2023 election. And the earlier the INEC and the meaningful Nigerians who want the betterness of this country react to this, the better for all of us. Please, let's proceed. In 2023, on February 25, Nigerians will answer that question, and they know whom they should vote for. You cannot vote for somebody who is not prepared to answer questions, and who is not even prepared to appear before the house to tell the people, look at what I want to do, other than organizing your own private. Even all these people, all this what do they call it? All your presidential candidate mates that you are running together with, they have said, okay, if Arise TV is being organized by so-called people that you don't like, or they want to make money out of you, you say you are a sellable product. That is a fallacy and a blasphemy before the people. You are a sellable product, so you don't want anybody to make money. That means you want impoverished Nigerians. Yes, exactly, that is what it means. I wonder why people never read meaning into you are a sellable product, that people want to make money out of it because of you. And he said no. That is the same way when you enter the seat of authority, being the number one citizen. That means everybody have to be poor, because you do not want anybody to progress. And you said you are boldly in UK, in Chatham House, making such a acrimonious statement that people want to make money. I'm a sellable product. Who made you a sellable product? An ugly monster. Who made you a sellable product? You have not become a presidential this candidate. You have not won the seat, and you have become so arrogant. The same man who went on a national TV when he was inaugurating APC women wing in Lagos, and he boldly on national TV and said, we are polite. Anybody that asks you for a change of government, say that person shut up I mean, is that the person we want to vote tomorrow? That is the same person who orchestrated the killings of October 2020 in Lekki by ordering his son, who is in charge of the Dato Gate, to off light, and they shot people in cold blood till death. No any arrests have been recorded. No anybody have been prosecuted. And we said that this person is the one that can lead Nigeria to a better tomorrow. I doubt that. Please, if you are not subscribed to this channel, I want you to do that as soon as possible, because I'm writing up this broadcast. It's a brief one, as I promised you earlier. So, my dear people and good people of Biafra, the good people of mistaken of a country called Nigeria, until I come your way again, please remember to subscribe, like, share, and also comment on every of my content. Please be polite, and I will answer you correctly. Have a nice day. I'm an Almighty Bless each and every one of us. Thank you for coming.